Okay, so itchy feet. Why does the bottom, the middle, you see right there where the fingers are scratching right there in the middle? That's what I'm going to be addressing. So we have the ringing in the ear, we have the hand middle, why your hand middle, we have the eyes jumping, we have the lips jumping. You know how Bob Marley sing that song, Life is a how does it go? But a lot of signs, that there's signs. Life is one big fat road with a lot of signs. Yeah, something more like that. Life is one big fat road with a lot of signs. So these are signs. I have a video on here that I did years ago. I remember I was driving and I just felt like talking about your eye jumping, because at that time my left eye was jumping. And there's not a health, I'm not addressing health problems. This is more of a supernatural thing, more of you can not even telepathically, but when nature communicates with us, our bodies are like sensors. We have sensors in our bodies, and when something's gonna happen, our sensors tell us. It's not about, let me just be clear again, I am not addressing medical issues here. This is more like metaphysical, you know. So okay, once again, now we have all of the senses, right? Your five senses, and then we got common sense, which some people don't have, but we all have the five senses: our eye, our sight, our ears, our taste, and your feelings. So we got feelings in our feet and in our hands and all over, right? So anyhow, when your right eye jump, there's a reason for that you're gonna cry. When your left eye jumps, you're gonna see somebody that you haven't seen in a while. If your bottom lip jump, I think, I'm not so sure about the lips, right? But I know, like, if your top lip jump, you're gonna have a quarrel. You're gonna have a verbal clash, and something to do with the if the bottom lip jumps. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna have a sweet kiss or new kiss, something like that. But definitely, when your top lip jump, you are going to have a quarrel. When your right eye jump, you're going to cry. When your left eye jump, you're going to, when it twitches and jumps, like, put the medical thing aside. I'm not talking medical once again. So now this was about the feet though. Your right foot, when your right foot itches, you're going to most likely walk on good ground. Good ground, like you're going to walk into a good situation. You might walk into a new job. You might travel and walk on new grounds that will be good grounds. But when your left foot bottom, you see like how she itching like that? When the bottom of your foot right there, it'll itch in the very middle. Like, it's not going to be under your toes, okay? It's not going to be back here. When we have plantar fasciitis. Plantar fasciitis is a medical thing. It's a medical term, and it is a medical thing when your heel hurts and it can shoot sensations right through your foot, right up to your toes. That's plantar fasciitis. I'm not talking about that. Right in the middle here, it'll itch intensively if you're going to do in extensive or intense traveling. Like, say for instance, you've never been to China before. You're an American, you're Canadian, or something like that. You're from Europe and you've never been to China before, and you'll be traveling within the next 6 months, 8 months, 9 months or so. Your feet will be touching that ground. If it is going to be a good experience for you, your right leg in the middle right here will itch. If it's not good, if it's not going to be good for you, if it's not good grounds, it will be your left foot, the bottom in the middle right there. And yes, I am speaking from experience. Most of the things that I speak about on this channel, Annalie QB's channel, it is from first-hand experience. That's mainly what this channel is about. So I've had all the experience with all the senses, the eyes, the ears, the lips, the hand middle. Definitely when you're going to receive money, your hand middle itches, like right in the middle of your hand there. It'll itch my right hand. I know they say one of them though, you're gonna lose money. But I know for me, when my right hand in the middle, when it itches, I'm definitely gonna receive some cash that I didn't expect. So yeah, for me now, I didn't know about the foot bottom, at the bottom of the feet, until it was about 5 years. No, more than that, more than that, because this was in 2000 and this was in 2012. I want to say 11, but in 2012, when I was traveling to Africa for the first time, of course, I had that foot bottom. It was my left foot. It was itching, and of course, I didn't know, or how can I say? It was revealed to me over time if it was a good itch or a bad itch. I learned over time, like knowledge, sometimes knowledge just doesn't come overnight. Just like when you're writing a good song or a good book, sometimes it doesn't, most of the times it doesn't just come overnight. So yeah, in 2012, my left foot, and I remember specifically, I had went to the bank. It was SunTrust Bank, and as I'm walking into the bank, because my foot bottom was itching for a while, and I was just trying to deal with it, just trying to ignore it. And I got to the bank and I just had to pull my shoes off. The security guard was standing there and he said something to me. Like, of course, he greeted me, but then he said something more to me. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I had to bend down to scratch the bottom of my feet. And I remember saying to him, I don't know what it is, but the bottom of my feet is itching me so bad. And he said, oh, that's because you're going to travel. And I say, huh? Really? I'm like, it's been itching me so badly for like days now. And he said, yeah, because you're going to travel. And I thought, oh my God, he's so right. Like, I am scheduled to travel to go to Africa in 6 months. So then I went in the bank and I did what I had to do at the stall, at the teller. And then I ended up, you know how you can go inside of a room and sit down and speak with one of the managers? There was a Jamaican woman there in there, and I went to go see her and I sat down in front of her and we had a conversation with each other like we've been knowing each other for years. And I was sharing with her how my foot bottom is itching the crap out of me, and the security guard just told me that I'm going to travel, and I was sharing it with her, telling her, yes, I'm scheduled to go get on the plane and get to Africa in 6 months. And I was also sharing with her that in all actuality, I had already went to the airport and got turned away because when I got to the airport, silly me, young and dumb, I was 32 years old at that time, and like I didn't know much about traveling. Like I said, I never had traveled to Africa before, and I did not know I had to have a visa to go to Ghana. I thought I had an American passport and that's all I needed. Well, that wasn't the case, and I had already been to the airport and was supposed to get on my flight about a month earlier and was devastated, crying in tears because the lady was like, you can't get on this flight. It was supposed to be two flights. I was supposed to get on a flight from Fort Lauderdale, Florida to Brooklyn, New York, and then from Brooklyn I would be on a 10-hour and a half flight to Accra, Ghana. Then from Accra, Ghana, I would have either taken a train, not the train, the bus. I would have taken a 8-hour bus ride to Kumasi, where I was going to be. And so I was sharing that with the manager at the bank, how I went to the airport and I was so devastated. I went home crying because I couldn't get on my flight because I needed a visa, and now I was gonna like have to get my passport to put it in the mail, and I was gonna send it to Washington, and that was gonna take 3 weeks or so, just for it to come back in the mail. And I was worried, like, what if my passport get lost in the mail and all this stuff. We were just talking up a storm, and she had shared with me that some kind of sponsoring she did with some children somewhere over there in Africa, and she was saying that she's never been there either, but she wants to travel and go to the motherland. And so yes, that's when I learned about this itching in the bottom of the feet, and it took me maybe 5 years later now to know, to get the knowledge, to acquire the wisdom that for me, the left leg, it was the left leg. Um, I I hate to say it, I hate to say it, but the truth is the truth. It is what it is. It was my left leg that was itching the bottom of my feet, and it turns out for me it wasn't good grounds. It was all bad. It was all, yeah, I mean, there was happy moments, there was happy times, moments, yes, moments, but overall, the whole entire ordeal was a negative. So, yes, when your right leg itches in the middle there, you're gonna walk on good grounds. It's good. Good new grounds. It's mainly about a place that you've never been before. See, if you've already been to that particular place, your feet is not gonna get them sensors. It's not gonna go off. It's mainly about new, going to walk on a ground that you've never walked before. And I have landed once again. This was Annalie QB. I came, I touched, now I'm peace out. Till next time.